This is my new closer. Don't worry, it is trans-proof. About a month ago, I went to a wedding. Craziest wedding I've ever seen. After the ceremony, every single person there took Molly. The bride took Molly. The groom took Molly. The parents, the grandparents, every single person there was on Molly. Craziest shit I've ever seen. I blacked out around midnight. Woke up the next morning in a fucking hammock somewhere. Went and found the bride and groom, and I was like, hey guys, did I do anything embarrassing last night? And they said, yeah, Anthony. You spiked the punch with Molly. Thank you very much, Milwaukee.
They take my prescriptions. Now, this was all at 4 o'clock in the morning when I first checked into rehab. Let's flash forward 12 hours now to 4 p.m. that same day. I'm in my hospital room in the detox hospital at this rehab. I had to go to detox for like 4 or 5 days when I first got there because of everything in my system. I'm in my hospital room. I've been in rehab at this point for 12 hours. I have not gone to sleep during that time. And my total time awake to this point is 50 hours. Now, the doctors are trying to give me a bunch of medication to calm me down. But by this point in my life, my tolerance for sedatives was superhuman. No matter what they give me, they cannot subdue me. I'm like the great Rasputin. They cannot bring me to my knees. Just then, a legitimately good doctor walks into my hospital room. If you have only been seeing Dr. Michael for the past few years, a good, legitimate doctor is terrifying. It's like an exorcist. This guy walked in like, hi, I'm Dr. Henry Fortescue. I was like, no, 2 names. No. Oh, hey, you want my shirt off, huh? You like this? You like stuff? What kind of a doctor are you, huh? Is your wife dead? Shh. I scream at this doctor. I go, where's my Klonopin? We cannot give you your Klonopin. Why not? We are a rehab. I cannot give you a Schedule II narcotic under Pennsylvania state law. And I said, Pennsylvania state law? Well, what if we go to a pharmacy in New Jersey? You see, I thought he was telling me about a predicament that we were both caught up in. Like he was like, look, I would love to give you these pills. You are clearly a super chill young man, bobbing and weaving in a hospital gown and a pair of New Balance sneakers for the past 12 hours. But this pesky state of Pennsylvania, oh, doctor, what if we go to a pharmacy in New Jersey? Oh my God, no one has ever thought of that. You're the first drug addict here to have a scheme. Let's go in my car. You're clearly ready to leave the grounds. That was at 4 p.m. 3 hours later, 7 p.m., I finally go to sleep. They give me enough of this drug called Librium, and I drop. They put a nurse in my hospital room to make sure I stay asleep, because I had been trouble. I'm not sure what it was exactly that got them so worried, but it might have been when I said, I'm gonna pretend to go to sleep. And then when you're all like, he's asleep, and you leave my room, I'm gonna run the fuck out of this rehab. Something about saying that out loud twice to 2 different staff members had raised a few eyebrows. So now I'm asleep, though. I'm legitimately out cold. They have a nurse in my room to make sure I stay asleep. She's sitting in a chair next to a bedside table. I'm asleep in the bed. My phone is face up on the bedside table next to her. Now, At this exact same time, about 7 p.m., my good friend Pete Davidson starts calling me. Pete, yes, that one. Pete was not at my intervention because he was traveling that night. But now he's landed, he's found out I'm in rehab, and he's concerned. So he starts calling. Fun fact about Pete. He changes his cell phone number constantly. I don't know why. That's his journey. But every month and a half, I get a text from Pete, and it says, "Yo, it's Pete, new number." And I go, "Send a pic to prove it." And he sends a photo like this. And then I save him in my phone. For a long time, I just kept saving him again and again as Pete Davidson. At one point, I had 9 Pete Davidsons saved in my phone. And that's too many Pete Davidsons! So, I started to save him under fake famous people's names, just to mix it up. Like for a while, he was saved in my phone as Rodney Dangerfield. The week I went to rehab, he was saved in my phone as Al Pacino. So, I'm asleep in bed. A nurse is watching over me. My phone is next to the nurse. And Pete Davidson starts calling again and again and again. But what the nurse sees on the phone is that this unconscious patient is getting not 1, not 2, but 5 missed calls from Oscar winner Al Pacino. So, she fucking wakes me up. I don't blame her. I would have been so curious. I wake up and she's shaking me, going, "You're getting a phone call." I was so groggy. I was like, ah. I roll over. I'm so exhausted. I look at the phone. I see that it says, "Call from Al Pacino." I know that that means call from Pete Davidson. But I don't explain this complex code to the nurse. I just take the call in front of her. I go, "Hello? Oh, dog. I'm not doing that well." "Oh, yeah, no one's gonna blame you." Now, I said that last part because some people suggested that he and I did drugs together because he has tattoos and I am plain. We must be up to witchcraft. I've never done drugs with Pete. He's always been very supportive of my sobriety. So that's the conversation I'm having with Pete. But the conversation that the nurse thinks is happening, it delights me to this day. "Hello? Johnny. It's Al. My little boy Blue. I heard your ass is in rehab. How you doing, dog?" "Oh, dog. I'm not doing that well." "Oh, my little freckle juice. Reason I'm calling you 5 times. I think I'm gonna get blamed for this. Yeah, I'm getting suspicious that when the American public hears about the drug relapse of John Mulaney, they will logically and immediately name only one culprit. And that is myself, 79-year-old Oscar winner, Al Pacino. Pacino from the Italian. Pa, meaning daddy. And chino, meaning khaki pants. They're gonna blame Daddy Khaki Pants. This line has been compromised. I was in rehab for 2 months, from December 18th to February 20th.
I'm scared about giving childbirth, though. I'm very, very scared of childbirth. That's why I'm going to hire a doula. You know what that is? You know what a doula is? That's a white hippie witch that blows quinoa into your pussy to Kaiser Soze all the pain away. A lot of women tried to freak me out. They tried to freak me out about childbirth by saying, Allie, did you know that you're gonna poop on the table? I was like, yeah, I look forward to it. I'm all backed up from holding in my shit at work. I can't wait to cleanse. It makes sense like that happens because when you're in labor, you push, and your husband will be asked to assist in the labor by lifting up your leg, which subsequently turns into a soft serve lever. You just shit on the floor in front of the love of your life. And just when you think that's enough to make him finally leave you, boom, a baby comes out and he got to stay. That's the real miracle of life right there. I can already see how a child can really take its toll on a marriage because the baby hasn't even come out yet. And I am already so resentful towards my husband. So much resentment, especially when he asks me to do shit around the house. Hey, can you wash the dishes? No! Can you water the plants? I'm not doing jack shit anymore. I'm busy making an eyeball, okay? Are you making a foot? I didn't think so. You changed the channel. I can already see how there's like this crazy double standard in our society of how it takes so little to be considered a great dad. And it also takes so little to be considered a shitty mom. People praise my husband for coming to all of my doctor's appointments with me. Oh my God, I can't believe he comes to all your doctor's appointments. He is so supportive. Guess who else has to go to those doctor appointments? Me. I'm the star of the show. There's nothing for the camera to see if I'm not there. But he's the hero for playing Candy Crush